If you're on the end where after the end of a relationship or because of conflict, you just ghost the other person and you move on with your life, you're fine. You don't have anxieties when you see this person. Your heart is not palpitating. You are normal. You just blank the other person. I want to understand your point of view. How do you really move on? How do you really do this thing? Because I was friends with this girl. When I mean friends, it's not like the theoretical part of things. It is real life friendship, real life eating from the same pot. It is real life drinking from the same bucket of water. It is eating together. It is going to church together. That kind of friendship that it's like it's closely knitted. Now, we had a problem, and I can't really say what the problem is, but I just noticed the change in behavior. Now, let me rule out the fact that it's a boy problem. No, it wasn't a boyfriend problem. It wasn't, what are those other hardcore things that could cause a relationship fallout? It's nothing major. It's not a betrayal problem as far as I'm concerned, because I've analyzed it in my head, analyzed my activities prior to the change in behavior, and it's nothing major. Now, this problem came through, and this friend just moved on. When I mean move on, I would say hi to this friend, she won't respond. I would make the normal friendly gestures at this person, she won't respond. Mind you, we were living in the same house. In the same house, we were flatmates. How do you people live with other humans and not say a word to that person? Because this is something that blows my mind. It blows my mind time and time again. How are you friends? How have you developed friendship, and then when there's conflict, you don't talk to this person, you don't respond to greetings, you God, if I have ever been stressed and stressed, that was that period in my life. That was 2020. 2020, I was stressed teen, because I would talk to this friend and she won't respond. She won't even bait. She won't even look at me. That was how bad it was. And then this person was going on with their regular life activities. She would still go to church, she would still go to work, she would still do her thing, she would still sing with her headphones. She was very normal. But I was dying. I was having anxiety. My heart was shaking when I saw her. I was scared I would run into her in the parlor, the kitchen, because we shared these communal spaces. I was so anxious. I started to speak to people. I started to speak to our mutual friends. Please help me speak to this girl. I don't know what I have done. I don't know how I have wronged her. Help me. People started speaking to her on my behalf, and she would make some really unnice comments about me and tell them to come tell me to my face. I don't know. How do you people do it? You fall out with somebody and you still live a very normal life. If you're one of those people, if you're of that species and breed, how do you do it? Because ghosting for me is it gets me mental. It makes me mental. Like, I keep thinking about you. I keep thinking what would have gone wrong. When I see you, I am panicking, I am stressed, I am scared. And sometimes, I won't lie to you, I was crying that period. I would be on the phone with my mother for 30 minutes, 20 minutes. So it got to a point where I had to go meet her myself to make peace. And guess what? She walked me out of her room. Yes, so I was embarrassed, but I made effort. I persisted for I think a few months before it dawned on me that this was the end of the relationship. And even though I didn't get closure, even though I really did not understand what it is I did wrong, I was tormented. I was tormented because I kept carrying this burden. Even after the friendship, I carried the burden for such a long time that I didn't realize when I had let go. And this is the first time I am talking to anybody about it and I'm making a video. So sometimes I why do people behave this way? This is not a video to teach you. This is a video to learn from you. I want to know why anybody would behave that way. Why do people ghost people? Why do people ignore your friends, you ignore your loved ones, the very people who have stood by you, who have cried with you, laughed with you, supported you. When a conflict arises, you just ghost them. Why do people behave this way, and what really is the rationale, what's the reason behind this behavior, and how are the other people, you who is ghosting the other person, how do you really manage, how do you really cope? Do you also face the same anxiety? Do you also suffer stress? Do you also, or you just move on with your life like it's a picture on Instagram? That friend is like a picture on Instagram where you hit delete and it's gone. Don't you keep memories? Don't you genuinely love this person? It's been over 4 years since I had that experience with my friend, with that friendship. And over time, I have evolved to become this woman who has built friendships, relationships that are solid on the foundation of communication, where I am vulnerable, my friend is vulnerable, the conversations are open and honest, and mutual respect. Mutual respect. And there's something I have noticed with my friendship in this my age and at this phase of my life, this point in my life, is that there's just this inert desire to be there for the other person. It's love. I will only describe it as love. So when you ghost people, I have come to realize that sometimes, aside the fear of confronting the challenge or the conflict, I don't even want to consider that. It's not the fear of confronting the situation, because this person is your pal, this person is your day one, your ride or die. So I think there's no love in that relationship. If you're comfortable to be whoever you are, even in the face of conflict, you're not flinching, you're still very normal, you're still very usual, then there's something wrong with the foundation. There's no love, there's no commitment, there is I think there's zero. It's zero. It's a zero, because tell me how you guys are surviving. How are you guys doing it? You're magicians, man, because it will never be me. I will so think it out. I'll so be stressed. I'll so panic. I also wonder, and I will cry. Because how do you do it? So please tell me in the comment section if you're one of those people who just zone out, who just deal with life issues like it's a page. This person comes, and because they do something wrong to you, this person goes. You just shut that page and you move on with your life. I don't think it's good character. It's not good behavior. I like where I am. I like what I am doing. I like the friendships that I've got. I like that I can be vulnerable and I can still be respected. I like that I can ring my friend and cry and be rest assured that somebody somewhere won't hear that, oh, I like her balling over there. No, it won't happen. I like that my friendships have open conversations, very honest. I like that the respect is mutual. I like that we love each other. I like that I can call them my sisters and my brother. Yeah, thank you so much for listening to this rant. Ciao, I love you.